Hello, good evening. Today I am going to discuss our continued part of emergence of psychology. As in our previous class, I have discussed about characteristic of multiculturalism. Okay, how multiculturalism influence our human behavior. Okay, so human behavior is generally influenced by psychosocial environment and cultural context. So we we saw some approaches, and it is very important, and it was very dynamic field as we discussed in our previous class. As we are approaching to end of the our unit, so today I am going to discuss very important four founders of psychology. So emergence of psychology, there were so many important psychologists came into limelight. So in that emergence of psychology, so there was a pioneers, their contribution to psychology is very important for examination point of view and also our general understanding. So in that way, I am going to little bit discuss, as we are already aware of the emergence of psychology when we are reading that their contribution, for example, Wilhelm Wundt and Sigmund Freud and all. So I'm just going to tell you that how these people give very landmark contribution to psychology. So okay, so. And that this psychologist, the contributions of this psychologist really changed the shape of history of psychology. So the first one, Wilhelm Wundt. As we know that very important contribution of Wilhelm Wundt is he wrote first textbook on physiological psychology. He wrote that book, and it was very interesting on in psychological aspect of sensation and perception. So and also he focused on more scientific study of sensation and perception. So his main contribution is introspection. He developed a one of the important method of introspection. So introspection is that we can study introspection or our feel and sensation and thoughts in scientific method. So this was the contribution of Wilhelm Wundt. So and then come to the Sigmund Freud, and you know that everyone familiar with the Sigmund Freud, but his contribution is very important for modern psychology, or say development of modern psychology. So he combined his contribution is he combined of cognitive notions of consciousness, perception, memory with biological instincts. As we know that he talked about instinct and how these instincts influence combined of cognitive notions like memory and consciousness and perception, memory. These are all cognitive psychology components influenced by unconscious motivation. And also he talked about ego, superego. So we were not going to discuss about all that, but the main contribution I am going to just discuss how it is changed the course of psychology. Okay, historical context. Okay, so third very important person is also belong to America, and his approach is based on pragmatism and functionalism. So he just opposed structuralism, as we discussed in our previous video. You can go there to understand structuralism, and also we discussed about how William James opposed the concept of structuralism. So here he talks about whatever we can study psychology, that should be studied in the base of pragmatism and functionalism. So he proposed the concept of functionalism, and that is what we are already discussed in our previous class. We have a separate video on functionalism and structuralism. So if you go through that video, you will follow that, you will get a clarity about that. So my advice is to, we have a playlist, and go through my playlist, and you will watch that, so that you can have a better clarity and you can correlate with this video. And like his approach deals with the consciousness, emotions, habit and will. So William James given very important 4 components of understand the human behavior. That means human behavior is motivated by these 4 components. The one is that consciousness, and the second one is emotion, and third one is habit, and the fourth one is will. So this is very important. These points are very important in the context of understand the further psychology. Okay, so a fourth one, Wilhelm Dilthey. So Wilhelm Dilthey is also, we generally came to know that research methodology and also philosophical pragmatism context. We also discuss about Wilhelm Dilthey, and he talked about hermeneutics. One of the concept, hermeneutics, is basically related to theory of methodology and interpretations. So how to develop theory and methodology, how to interpret theory and methodology. So this is called hermeneutics. There are sometimes a question can be asked from like concept or terms, who give this concept like hermeneutics. So hermeneutics is one of the important concept given by Dilthey. Okay, and historical knowledge gained from experiences. As I told you, he was basically empiricist. So empiricist or empirical school, and he talked about historical knowledge can be studied. Yeah, subjective or social science historical knowledge can be studied through experiences. That is called empirical knowledge or empiricist. We have a separate school in psychology called empiricist school, which is related to perception also. So I'm not going to discuss detail, because we will discuss in later units. So today my summary is that these, though we have another 4-5 important founders, but these were very important psychologists like Wilhelm Wundt and Sigmund Freud, William James and William Dilthey. These were very important, those who changed the course of psychology in historical context. So if you any doubts regarding to this, please write in the chat box, and please share and like my videos, so that and also subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, so that you can watch my entire videos, upcoming videos, because I'm going to start new unit related to social psychology, so which is again very important aspect. So when it comes to doubts, you can also contact me in personal number also, or you can add in comments in description box. If you have any doubt, you can ask me there, so I will definitely answer for that, and any improvement or suggestions you can always welcome. So saying this, I am going to conclude here. Please stay tuned to watch my upcoming videos. Thank you so much.